In this lesson, we are going to discuss indirect measurement, a scale drawing, and a scale. These are the three words that you should have written down in your math dictionary from the Google Slides posted on the Canvas page. So with that in mind, we're going to dive right into our first example of finding an indirect measurement. A student wanted to find the height of a statue of a pineapple in Nambour, Australia. She measured the pineapple shadow and her own shadow. The student's height is 5 feet 4 inches. What is the height of the pineapple? These triangles are similar because we know that these lines are parallel, and if I were to connect them, that would tell us that this angle 1 and angle 2 are congruent. So by our angle-angle theorem, we know that these two triangles are similar. So if we know that triangles are similar, we know that we can set up a proportion. But before we do that, I see some awkward measurements, 5 feet 4 inches and 8 feet 9 inches. So we want to convert those measurements first. So if we convert, let's convert BC first. So BC, that's 2 feet. So if we convert that to inches, that's going to be 2 times 12, which would give us 24 inches. Next, we can convert the student's height, AC. So that's 5 feet. So to figure out 5 feet, well, we're going to have to do 5 times 12, which would give us 60. And then she's 5 feet 4 inches, so we add the 4 inches. That would give us 64 inches total. And our third conversion is EF, the base of that triangle. That'd be 8 feet 9 inches, so we're going to have to take our 8 feet, or 12 inches in a foot, so 8 times 12. That would give us 96. And then we've got to add the 9 inches for a total of 105 inches. So if we set up our proportion where this is the height we're looking for, this is our unknown side, then we can set up the proportion like this. We know that this side matches up with our red side of 64 inches. So we can set up proportion ratio 64 over our unknown is going to match. On the top, I've got to put this length, the first triangle that we used, so the 24 inches over 105. And now we can do our cross multiplying, where we'd have 24x equals 64 times 105, which would be 6,720. To solve, we've got to divide by 24. And our unknown side would be 280 inches. Okay, let's say we're given this example where we're supposed to solve for x. We know that the triangles are similar. Sometimes this diagram can look confusing, but if you draw it as two separate triangles, it might make it look a lot simpler. So these are the two triangles that we have. And since they are similar, we can match up the corresponding sides together. So we'll start with the smaller triangles. So 6 over x, it corresponds with that side x, is going to equal, we've got to put the smaller triangle, so the 8 goes on top, over 32. And now we're ready to solve. So we do our cross multiplying. We'd have 8x equals 6 times 32, 192. Divide by 8 on both sides. And we get x would be a height of 24. Okay, our last example is making a scale drawing. So it says the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. is approximately 57 meters long and 36 meters wide. Make a scale drawing of the base of the building using a scale of 1 centimeter to 15 meters. So we want to set up proportions to find the length and the width of our scale drawing. So if we have a ratio of 1 centimeter equals 15 meters, that's our ratio. And we want to find the length of our scale drawing. Well, we can put an L here over the actual distance is 57 meters. If we cross multiply, we would solve this proportion, and we would have 15 times the length equals 57. So 57 divided by 15, that would give us a length of 3.8 centimeters. We can do the same for the width. Again, it's a scale of 1 over 15. The width, and the actual width of the building is 36 meters. So we do the same cross multiplying to solve. So 15 times the width is going to equal 36. So we take 36 and divide it by 15. We get a width of 2.4 centimeters. And now we can take a ruler to help us with our drawing. So we have a length of 3.8 centimeters. So that's probably a little too far. Let's go back a little bit. There's about 3.8. And I gotta rotate my ruler here. Measure right up here, and we'll get 2.4 for the width. About there, gotta erase a little bit. And once we have those measurements, now we have a scale drawing.